great. It's okay. You know, I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. I do all this. You know. Hey, amen.
My stomach hurts, guys.
You know, actually, my face is a little sweaty from that walk. It's a little warm out today, y'all.
I'm weak. This is what goes on in the studio.
Huh?
I said, this is what goes on in the studio.
I'm gonna turn that fan off because my face is hot, child.
It should be on. I literally just turned it on before I left. They might have turned it off, though.
You want some hot light?
Guys, my stomach is killing me. Go all the way up to power.
Oh, girl, I did, honey, because look, this face is heated.
Hello, guys.
Heated and beat it. Hello, people.
I don't know where Mo is, so it's just them girls.
Them girls minus the Mo.
Where's my cell phone at? Okay.
What's up, y'all? Y'all already know it's Friday. Friday the 13th. Guess who's playing Jason?
Hey, I just had to think about what you were saying.
Me? No. Tuck yourself and you better hold on to your
I hate how fat my arms be looking. Look at that.
Me too.
Look at that.
Y'all know I used to not be comfortable wearing like short sleeve shirts.
Like me either, but
and stuff.
I'm not scared to say, you know, I'm a bigger girl. I have a little.
Oh my God, I'm a bigger girl.
I have a little oomph to me.
Yeah,
but
I got a little stomach.
I got a little stomach. I got a little bloop bloop bloop.
I was telling Amanda as I was walking, I was like, Stink, I don't know how I feel about this fit today. I said, I got my stomach and my back out. I said, that's a little much for me.
Girl.
Because the jeans was kind of like low riding. I said, okay, I guess we're going to see how this doing. And we have a viewer.
Finally.
Hello, viewer.
Y'all.
Say something back, please.
It's hot out there.
No, it's hot. It's like 72.
Girl.
Like,
it's hot. I had on one thing this morning. Walking over here, I had to go home and change because
I lied. It's 81.
Yeah, no. I was gonna be like, it's supposed to be 80 something today.
Didn't know. But yeah, no, it's spicy out there, y'all. Make sure you
y'all know when it get hot, what happens? People
right.
start acting up.
Girl.
They start acting a fool.
Oh, this look like it's a real nice fit. Chris got on nice.
I just saw him. He had something to say about you.
What did he have to say?
He said because who is Washington Enterprises or something like that.
Me.
I said Jasmine.
It's Washington Industries is what I
Oh, that's him. No, he said that. He said that.
Me.
I didn't remember.
I thought he had said Enterprises. Me was ready to correct him.
No, that's what was said. I didn't remember what he said, but he said he told her to cool out. So, cool out.
I'm not cooling out but from this fan, and so no. There's that.
Okay. Hello, Bree. Bree is back here once again.
Hi, Bree.
I love it.
Hey, girl. How you doing this week? How was your week? Did you get some shmoney?
I'm getting some shmoney. I did.
Y'all,
I had to work every day this week. Do you know?
Y'all, Ananda got a new job.
I do. Thank God. God is love. Reverend.
I'm annoyed. God is love, Reverend.
But I do have a new source of income. Ain't that good? Because, you know.
She does. So why don't you tell the people what you're doing?
I'm selling food stamps.
All right, Tony. When he said that one,
I told my dad.
Hilarious.
I told my dad, he's a comedian. He wants to be a jokester, and that's his problem. But I told him that I got a new job. I'm not selling food stamps.
She's selling food
I work with dining services. And so within that, he has told me that I will now be selling food stamps, and that everyone in Highland Park, that's in Richmond, if you don't know, that's one of the hoods in Richmond, going to be asking me for a wig.
I'm annoyed. No, they are not. I hope they do not do that.
I'm not selling food stamps. I don't even know how food stamps work.
Girl, especially with this new age stuff.
Right, yeah.
Card or something like
they
that.
got an EBT card. I don't know nothing.
Girl, nah, a bunch of places be accepting the EBT down here. I be seeing it on randomest places. We accept EBT. Y'all gonna get y'all money. Shoot.
The Papa John's around the corner from my house in Richmond definitely accepts EBT.
I'm annoyed. Not Papa John's though.
Definitely. And you would think he wouldn't though, because he's so him. But Papa, yeah.
That's probably one of them little franchise
it
type
probably
of deals going on. You know, he gonna look out for the folk.
It probably is one of those type of things.
Girl, I'm trying to tell you.
But today, I honestly don't know what we have planned to talk about. Is that my good sis Rainy? It is looking cute as always.
Cute as a button. She going to that women's center.
Yes, looking cute as always. But
we could talk about loyalty. That could be one thing.
Girl.
I know where the loyalty is. I just feel like in today's society, let's get right into it. You know, there's things called girl code and there's things called guy code. Actually, we had a really nice event. We had a really nice event this week. I don't know if some of y'all listening came out to our event, but that's besides the point. That's not what this whole little ordeal is about. When I say girl code, I mean you know what you should be doing and you know what you shouldn't be doing with your quote unquote friends, the people you hold close to you,
right?
The people you hold near and dear,
right?
You know there's things that you shouldn't be doing. You know there's things that you shouldn't be saying. I'm gonna leave it at that. Nanda, comments?
I just personally feel like, you know, we all fall short of being good friends. We all have our
moments.
Thank you, Bree. I had to pause because she gave us compliments. Thank you. These shades are by my girl Kay. She has always have nice deals. If you're looking, she's on campus, you know. Mm-hmm. And thank you. I'm going for a nice pink thing today.
Yes, thank you for the color.
But I just feel like, you know, we all fall short of being a good friend sometimes, and we all do things that maybe our friends wouldn't like. But it's just like, you know what you're doing. And you know what you're doing isn't right, and you know, and I just feel like when you're wrong in a certain situation, when it comes to your friend, when it comes to anyone, period, but especially your friends and your family, if you know you're wrong in a situation, admit that you're wrong, and take your L, take it as a lesson, and move on. People respect you more when you can say, I messed up. I did wrong. And without the excuses and without the but, this is why I did it. Right. Or I did it because of this. Or, you know, what else they say?
What was that with Kim?
Girl, I seen him the other day, but,
Okay. Go back to your thoughts. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I was just like, you know, we gotta do better. We too grown to be making excuses for the things that we do.
We too grown, and it's just like at this point, it's like if you have not learned how to be a friend, you need to learn it. That's one thing you need to learn how to do. Like, we're too grown to sit there and be like, oh, well, I didn't know that this was right. I didn't know this was wrong. How would you feel if somebody did that to you? And that's what it all comes down to at the end of the day. You need to figure out how you would feel if this was being done to you. What would your reaction be? How would you want somebody to carry this situation with you? Like, it's not about you knowing how to be a friend, because at the end of the day, you would know how you want somebody to treat you. So that's how you should carry your friendships. Correct. That's how you should carry your relationships.
Correct. And like Bree said, there's this thing called karma. My mom says the way you get them, the way you got them is the way you can lose them.
Girl, that is me. I love that saying. That is me. I live it, love it, breathe it.
I am a firm believer in karma.
Girl.
Like, I believe, I don't know if y'all know this, but the kids like to say now, when you do clownery, the clown comes back to bite. And it's the same. It's just like what karma is. What you do to others will come back to you. If you do good by others and you do good to others, it's good things. Excuse me. Good things will always happen to you. It might not be when you want it to happen, but good things are going to happen to you. But if you're a negative person, you treat people poorly, you don't know how to be a friend, you don't know how to be in a relationship, then bad things are gonna happen to you. That goes from anywhere between a stranger to your family members. Like, you just don't do people wrong. You don't. And like I said, I know as humans we will fall short. We will make mistakes, but you just gotta
own up to it.
Own up to it and know to do better. Right. Like, you can't continue to make the same mistakes over and over. And at some point, you got to learn.
Right.
Some point, you got to be like, you know, maybe it's me.
Right.
Maybe what I'm doing isn't right.
Right.
But
Look
you know, my mama says you can lead the horse to water, but you can't make them drink it. You can tell a person this till you blue in the face, but if they don't want to listen to it and they don't want to believe what you're saying and they don't want to take your advice, then that's it. You're just going to have to cut that person loose or decide whether or not it's worth sticking it out for them.
And you know, that's like why we also had another event this week, our Black Org Mixer, and our CEO of our organization, Trust, you know, she came through, and when I say she gave a read, honey, she gave a read. She read these folk till they was blue in the face, like Ananda said. And it's just like, people, what she said was, close your eyes and imagine your 5 closest people. And basically, the 5 people that you're closest with are a reflection of you, basically. You're all in all, you're a piece of all of those people. You're a piece of all of those 5 people combined into one. And it's like, if you can't see yourself, if you look at those people and you don't like how they move, you don't like the way they going, you don't like what they doing, like, it may not be a reflection of you. And what she said was, and you come to me and you tell me, yeah, I might hang out with those people, but that's not me. I'm gonna tell you that's you, because what else am I supposed to see? That's what I see. That's what I see you do. So it's like, if you have people in your life that you know aren't for you, aren't trying to move the same way you move, don't carry the same values and hold the same beliefs in you, and you know they're a negative impact on your life, drop them. Like,
it ain't nothing to cut that person off.
And y'all know how the song go.
It ain't nothing.
We not gonna say it on the radio.
But anybody can get cut off. I've cut family members off. So I'm so serious. So don't act like I won't cut a friend off. Honey, if you're not trying to bless my life, if you're not trying to make me a better person, if we're not trying to grow together, this goes for friendships, relationships, anything. If we're not trying to move forward together and do better together and prosper together, I don't need you. Bye. Shabai.
Toodles. But it's like, some people legit don't learn. Like, it's not, you can, look at Dion.
I know.
You can talk to them as many times as you want, like she said, till you blue in the face, but it's just like, some people aren't going to change. It's going to take some moving force to change them. You can't just do it. Like, some people, you legit can't just talk to them. You can't just have a conversation with them. You made me feel this way because of this. It's literally simple to have a conversation with that person like that. But some people don't receive things the way that you're trying to portray your message, and that's the issue. So some people you can't save. It would be nice to save all of these friendships, because at the end of the day, it's like, at one point y'all did have some type of connection. Y'all did have some type of binding type of connection or contract, however you want to see it, that pulls y'all close together. And at the end of the day, that is your friend, and it's sad to lose a friend, but sometimes it gotta be like that.
Some people are in your life for a season, and some people are in your life for a reason. It's up to you to determine which is which.
Right.
If you see this person is going down a different path than you, and you see this person is not trying to do what you do and try to move the way you move, you gotta go. And that goes the same thing for you. If you are holding someone back and you know that you don't have that person's good intentions for that person, you need to remove yourself from the situation and let them thrive in peace. When it comes to a friend, is supposed to be a friend or a partner is supposed to be your peace of mind. I'm not supposed to be upset when I think of you, or I'm not supposed to be like, oh, I got to deal with this person, or oh, I got to do this with this person. No, you're their peace of mind. You're their safety. You're their love. You're their joy. Be that. Don't be don't have a negative impact on a person. And if you know that there's things going on within you that you just don't think you can be a good person, you don't think you can be a good partner or a good friend, you need to be grown, because we're adults, so be grown. Y'all love to talk about how y'all so grown until it's time to communicate, and let them know that, okay, maybe we're on 2 different paths right now, and maybe we just need to take a break from one another.
Right.
That's not you. And if the person still decides to deal with you, that's on them. But they can't say that you strung them along, or you're leading them on, or you're holding them onto something that they don't want to be a part of. But cut these people off, or remove yourself if you don't think things are going the way you want it to go. Point blank, period. Like I said, we're too old to not being able to communicate with one another.
Girl, aren't we?
Sorry, my bestie just called. I see him.
Who?
DJ.
Hello.
Hi, DJ.
Hey, where you at?
You're on the air.
I'm on the show. I see. Well, I just saw you. Say hi, DJ. Oh, wait. You heard me? Are you coming in? Is he coming in? Can you get the door? Sorry, that's my... Yes, girl. My grandma tells me that all the time. Loneliness is better than swimming in a multitude of negative Nancys. Oh, girl, you need to come on the show. We need to get you up here on the show because you preaching, you speaking facts. That, you know, it used to be a Tyler Perry play, and it's a movie now too. It says, I can do bad all by myself. If I feel like you're not what I need you to be, honey, bye. You gotta go. Because if I can tear myself down, I don't need you to bring me down with you. And Taraji P. Henson did a nice interview on Hot 97 one day, and she said how when you hang around a person that lives in misery and drama, and they have like a dark cloud hanging over them, honey, the rain is going to catch up to you at some point.
I like that.
So if you see that person has negative energy surrounding them, and you continue to hang out with them, be involved with them, and basking in that negativity, the rain is going to catch up to you. The negativity is going to catch up to you. And I know a lot of people that are probably like, where is all this drama coming from in my life? Like, I don't like to be in drama, but I'm always find myself in drama. Check your circle. Check who you're hanging out with. I have cut a lot of people off since coming to college. And bye.
Sometimes it's just too much. It's too much. Why y'all always got an issue? Why y'all always
cattiness? I don't like cattiness. This is my bestie DJ.
What's up, y'all? What's going on?
I feel like you've been on here before, so they should know.
So you guys should remember me.
I'm weak. You guys should remember me.
Tonight on King D TV on YouTube, I will be posting a new video discussing this Nicki Minaj and Cardi B issues going on, with this motorsport.
I'm sorry, your mic wasn't on.
They probably heard me.
They heard it. I saw it jump a little bit.
But so yeah, make sure you guys tune in King D TV on YouTube. Hit that subscribe button. And yeah, let's listen.
Also,
make sure you guys go buy and stream Barbie Tings and Chun-Li by the Queen Nicki Minaj.
Make sure you go buy and stream.
Turn this off for me. So tell me why they're like, leave 12:01 at 2 o'clock, pack up, go sit in front of Chick-fil-A. I'm like, okay, cool. Get out there, there's no table. Texting him, took him like 20 minutes to respond. So literally, I'm in front of Chick-fil-A, just standing there.
I'm weak.
Just standing there waiting, just waiting. So he responds. He says,
DJ also works with me.
He responds. He says, go check in front of like the front lobby, in front of the web desk. Went there, no table. Went out here, no table. Outside, no table. He's like, well, I'm in a meeting right now. I'm gonna text Kimberly to see what you can do. I didn't respond. I'm like, well, we're gonna run up that time clock. That's what we are gonna do.
Yes, honey. Get that coin on their dime. On their dime.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Mistakes were made for y'all, not me.
Did you put your mic back on?
Yes,
okay.
ma'am.
Okay, great. We have a shout out. Our friend Daryl. His album drops today. Savage Season.
Oh,
Savage Season. Go pick that up, y'all.
I'm ready to call him because I told him.
You was gonna call him while we was on the radio.
Wait, he goes here at ODU?
No, he does not.
He
These
lives
are
in 804.
some of my
Lives
804
in the
people.
804, so Richmond.
I don't
y'all
even
deep,
know.
Stand up.
I was gonna say,
Go check out his.
I don't even
is it
know.
on Apple Music? Is it on Spinrilla?
We're gonna check.
That's why I'm trying to call him, but
let me see if it's on Apple Music.
I feel like I'm trying to support the black people, but they're not answering the phone.
Right.
Oh,
I feel
well.
like it would be on a nice Spinrilla, but this is the album. I'm gonna
Show the album cover because we said we was going to do that. I don't want no one to say that we didn't do what we said we would do. I'm a woman of my word. Yes.
Okay, so this is the album cover, y'all. I don't know if y'all can hear me, but it's Savage Season with the wolf on the front.
He's a producer, guys. So if anybody looking for some beats or anything, hit up my man's Daryl.
Right.
I'll put his information in the description box below.
So, boom, and that's how y'all gonna
Okay,
see
so
with Savage Season.
Since we're talking about music, I have not listened to Nicki's songs yet. I'm a big fan of Nicki, but I have some thoughts on what is being done to my girl. And I'm also a fan of Cardi. You can be a fan of both. People be like, you can't like both of them. You can be a fan of both, okay?
I'm a fan of who I want to be at the end of the day.
You can be a fan of both. So, here are my opinions. Here are my thoughts. I'm going to start with Nicki. I'm going to start with Cardi, and then I'm going to talk about them both. Nicki, first. Y'all love to say that she doesn't pay homage to other female rappers, and I'm going to hear the dead. dead it, because I've been loving Nicki since I was in like middle school. Like,
And she's been giving homage.
and she
since-
there's so many interviews of her talking about Remy, talking about Queen, talking about Foxy, talking about Lauren. Is it like, what else is she supposed to do? Even after beef with Remy, she still was like,
Even after beefing with Kim, she was just like,
Right.
all things aside, she still was one of the,
she's a pioneer of a certain style of rap. Why Kim and Nicki couldn't do anything together was because Kim was being a hater.
It was actually this in the industry. I feel like a lot of people are forgetting the fact that a lot of this female beef is brought behind these men in the industry. These men are putting these females together
When
because
these people fight and I saw this dude
they know
tweet.
the beef sells. These
Yes.
men are behind it all. Honestly, these men are behind it. Nicki just proved it with Quavo. Kim even proved it when she was talking about Slim and Baby giving Nicki the songs that Kim was working on. It's the men in the industry, and when the fans, the people on Twitter, when they find that out, they can stop that. And once they stop feeding into it, the men will stop. Because as long as these people are online on Twitter feeding into all this other stuff, they're going to keep doing it because it's selling.
Even seen on Love and Hip Hop with Stevie J and Erica Mena and I forgot the girl's name. Estelita.
Tell me your thoughts.
Stevie, basically, he brought Erica in on Estelita's
Forget
studio
Erica
time.
Mena. We don't talk about Erica Mena on the show.
DJ, this is an example. We will discuss her. But basically, like, he knew that Estelita and Erica Mena used to be friends, but then they had some type of little shakiness going on. And Erica's like, I'm going to come see what's up with the video. I'm going to come see what's up with what you talking about and stuff like that. But I already know how people move. She said, I know how Rich move. Rich did the same thing. And it's just like, you ambushed me while we're in the studio and stuff like that, trying to make us pull apart. But what I liked about Erica was it was just kind of like, I'm trying to see what's up and see what's going on so I can help you. It wasn't like, I'm coming up in here to take your spot. I'm coming up here so I can be the face of Danger Zone. Because who's really checking for Danger Zone at the end of the day? But she was like, I'm trying to help you. I'm trying to save you. I know what it's like.
I think I'm going to record this right now on my phone so I can just post it straight from here for everybody to talk about it.
But
do y'all want live footage from the studio?
We can do that. I'll be a guest.
Live footage from the studio.
Live.
So I'm going to go off live and record for YouTube. So you guys watching me, just three of you.
And like y'all kill me saying that Cardi has like not shown
like I said, I'm about to record, so
Nicki, I feel like not homage, but I get where Nicki is coming from when she was like, you be dry about me when it comes to
Giving me my props.
And she is a little dry. I don't think Cardi should have to kiss her butt. I don't.
She shouldn't.
She doesn't have to kiss her butt. Like, but
I feel like Nicki is well, I could tell watching the interview, Nicki was she was being slow with how she talks because she knows that every word that comes out of her mouth is going to be criticized.
Yes.
Exactly.
Now, who are these people? Oh, this is Kimberly. Anyways, so with that being said, she's probably walking around looking for me too.
Is that where you have the stuff?
Mm-hmm.
I'm weak, DJ.
But I want to finish my video so she can hang out.
okay, well, we're on the air, so let's go ahead.
There we go.
So since Nicki knows that everything that she says is going to be criticized and definitely used against her, I could tell she was a little bit caught up with her words. But I feel like what she meant by Cardi B, like not really being genuine when being asked about her. Cardi B was asked about Nicki Minaj and Motorsport in every interview that she had coming up in October, November, around that time, even still is. And she kind of was just kind of trying to downplay it all, trying to downplay the issue, knowing that on Twitter everybody is saying, oh, Nicki Minaj, she's this, she's that. The only reason why she didn't go to be in the video in this part is because she didn't want to, And she's saying this on her verse because she's coming for Cardi, She's, everybody is saying all of this online, and Nicki was only trying to say, like, if y'all know the truth, y'all know the real facts. Why aren't y'all just saying, like, why is it so hard to say that? Or why is it so hard to say, oh, no, she just wasn't here because, you know, we both use the same hairstylist. He couldn't do her hair and my hair at the same time.
Right.
So, so there was that, and I feel like after that was said and done, it should have just, like, that could have just been that, you know, but nobody did that back then. And
Right.
nobody also asked Nicki Minaj about motorsport back then. So she's talking about it right now because she was asked about it right now. Nobody cares that it was however many months ago. She was asked about it
Today.
April, whatever day that was, and that's why she's discussing it on
April,
whatever day that
was.
And y'all love to say, why is she bringing it up now? Like,
Cardi
Ebro,
just brought it up.
Like Ebro's not over here asking Cardi the same
Cardi,
question.
but they disregard
like DJ
that.
Academics is not even online trying to get some views off of this. Like, it's the same situation.
Mm-hmm. They play favoritism to who they like at the current
I
moment,
saw
because
this tweet.
If it was Nicki, they would be like, oh, okay, well, Cardi this, Cardi that. They be dragging Cardi, but because they like Cardi now, is let's drag Nicki.
And I saw this girl tweet, and she was like, y'all like Cardi at the moment, so y'all on her bandwagon at the moment, but y'all are disregarding facts. Y'all are not looking at the facts. The facts are, they was talking about how in the original verse she was dissing Cardi, but like Jasmine said yesterday, what's the difference in Nicki saying if Quavo's the QB, I'm Nick Lombardi, and saying if Cardi's the QB, I'm Nick Lombardi?
Y'all didn't have a problem when she said it about Quavo.
What's
and y'all
the
love
difference?
Quavo. Y'all love Quavo more than y'all love Cardi. Y'all didn't have no type of problem.
But now it's all of a sudden she's sneak dissing.
But if she was to release the one with Cardi saying it, y'all was like, oh, that's throwing shots. That's throwing shots. It's the truth. It is the truth.
How was it throwing shots?
If Cardi is the QB on the winning team, then Nicki is the coach. Not saying she taught her anything, but
she paved ways.
Come on now.
Deny that. We're not gonna deny. If Lil' Kim had the lyrical ability to say something like that back then, she probably would have, but she does not have that ability, so she was not gonna think of those words. So it's just how everything played out.
It's like they were into. I ain't never seen him at ODU, sorry, but Brandon. But like you said, if Lil' Kim had that credibility when Nicki came out, she could have said something like that, but she didn't. And Lil' Kim wasn't popping how she was popping when Nicki first came out. Like, she had been that, y'all know what I'm saying? Like, she been that person, but she currently was not that person when Nicki first came out.
Nicki can come out here with a mop on, and if they find a photo of Kim with the mop on, they're gonna be like, Nicki is copying Kim. Really?
They love to say that Nicki Minaj is copying Lil' Kim. I don't know why, because yes, Lil' Kim was the imprint and, you know, the blueprint for sexual or female rappers that are showing themselves in a sexual way. She made that okay. Yes, she did. I'll give her props. Not even gonna lie or deny her.
Right, because I love Kim. All right, I'm not gonna act like I don't.
But how many pop stars are out here wearing colorful wigs, and how many pop stars are out here wearing Fendi and wearing whatever. People wear clothes because they were meant to be worn. It's not like there is no way for somebody to come and do something first. It's just not real. And even looking at Cardi and Cardi and how she's doing, you know, her whole rundown and her how she dresses and stuff, that's more of a Lil' Kim influence than Nicki ever was. And nobody's sitting here saying Cardi's trying to be Lil' Kim. Nobody. And I'm just like, y'all just hating on Nicki because y'all want to hate on Nicki, and I don't get it.
My other thing is celebrities and artists like this, they get endorsed to wear things like this sometimes. Like,
exactly.
It's not even like because Lil' Kim was that it girl back in the day. So yeah, she was wearing the whole little
because
Fendi
she was the
outfit.
only one. She was the only one really doing it.
She was the only one. So if Nicki's that it girl now, why don't you think Fendi's gonna be like, hey, well let me redo some stuff. Let me get her to wear my stuff.
And Nicki,
now.
and if we really being honest, Nicki looked better in her little Fendi suit than Lil' Kim did in hers, looking like a cockroach.
I did like Nicki's Fendi shoe better.
Like Lil' Kim's Fendi shoe wasn't even a Fendi shoe. She looked like she was just chilling in somebody's studio, or whatever, and somebody having to take a picture of her. Like, y'all really pulled that picture out the woodworks for why? For what?
child, y'all just love to hate. Y'all just love
Unless
when the bashing and stuff
They
like
love
that.
for it to be an
And
issue.
I want to speak on Quavo for
I
a
was just
second
about to get there.
because that what Quavo said, everybody's on Twitter hooting and hollering and raving for what he said, but he was out of order
out of line.
and he was out of pocket
Out of
and he
order.
needs to be revoked.
Because y'all
it's-
love this female empowerment, black girl magic.
Right.
Oh, nah, men need to stop this, and y'all for this whole like thing on Twitter.
You're a hypocrite.
But literally, he said if you were my girl, I would stop it. Like you.
And
so,
then the LOL got me
right,
too,
and
because you're being
LOL.
sarcastic.
So I'm just like, so you sit here, so you know that what people are saying online is false, and you over here kikiing about it like it's funny, and you know the truth. And you can't simply just say, nah, y'all boosting. That's not what it is.
Right.
Y'all
It was a
bugging.
simple tweet.
Just it could be like y'all bugging. That's not what it is. Nikki couldn't come because it is. Or I
Because-
told Nikki to change this.
Right.
At the end of the day, that's somebody that you've worked with. She's made you money. She's done things for you. She's made you
Twice.
money,
I've
more
heard
money
the
than
Offset
Cardi
rule.
has. I don't care if Offset is your cousin or what, and that's Offset is Cardi's dude. But respect is respect. Right is right. Wrong is wrong. You were wrong for allowing them and to do interviews and for everyone to bash her, to make her look like they made her look negative. Like
Everybody was running
they
with that
painted
whole
this
Nikki
image
thing.
of her that wasn't true, and this storyline, this narrative
made it so believable.
that wasn't true, and it's just
They
like, come on now, like all you had, it was one simple tweet. Regardless if that's your girl or not, that's your friend.
Right.
Like, y'all have worked together, y'all have been pictured together, even Nikki was like, Quavo was my baby, so I didn't understand where it was coming from.
Right.
And let's be honest, like I told Jasmine last night, Quality Control wasn't good.
Garbage.
It was a
I
few
feel
little
like-
songs on there that were
There was
okay.
some
I feel
Nikki
like
doesn't need Quavo. Let's be clear. Nikki doesn't need Quavo. Nikki doesn't need Cardi. Nikki doesn't need Offset. Nikki doesn't need Takeoff. Nikki can stand alone. Whether we want to admit it or not, whether everyone likes what Nikki got to say, Nikki, how she raps, how she spits, what she do, Nikki has a fan base to where she can stand alone. Even if it's
real.
trash, her fans are going to like it. So she's
I will.
still going to make records.
wish
She's
I
still going to
will.
sell out shows. She's still going to have get these awards because people like her. She can do it alone. Whereas I hate to do this with Cardi. A lot of Cardi's popping stuff has been with someone.
Right.
Was Bodak Yellow was
Or-
a spin-off of Kodak's song.
Bodak
It
Yellow,
wasn't
a
even
spin-off.
hers.
Very true.
I'm
Very
confused.
Sprinkle
Big and
of
Head wasn't even hers.
facts.
Now Big and Head.
Okay, no, wait a
Don't
minute.
get me wrong.
Wait a
Don't
minute.
get
We
me
covered
wrong.
this Big and Head was about, but
It's
it wasn't
down.
even hers.
Don't get me wrong. Big and Head is a bop. Big and Head is definitely a bop. But are we gonna sit here and act like Chicken Head wasn't a bop too?
Chicken Head was a bob.
Chicken Head was a Chicken Head was a bop. So
was a bop.
Yeah, no.
since she co-signed and made that big, it was like she's gonna get a bop. I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and act like I hate Cardi because I don't hate Cardi. Cardi is definitely her little musical lane is definitely taking influences from other people and doing the whole sample thing. Very like Tory Lanez. Like Tory Lanez does. Tory Lanez fills his albums with samples and stuff, and that's what Cardi B is doing, especially for the trap rap. And I appreciate Cardi for kind of bringing back that old Atlanta sound. Like Moneybagg, definitely hear her some Lil Kim, or not Lil Kim, Ludacris influence on Moneybagg. So if y'all like Moneybagg off her album, I definitely could hear Ludacris on that. Big and Head, another one, influence. Bodak Yellow, another one, influence. Be Careful, another one. Lauryn Hill, influence.
Right.
Ma-
Right.
Shall I keep going?
Shall I keep going?
Shall I keep going?
I think you can stop.
Even the joint when she was on with Juicy J, and she's like, you ain't no nan hoe that been the places I've been. Trina influence, like she I'm not gonna say she bites off people in a bad way because it works for her and it's definitely working for her. We
Right.
all see that it works, but that's just what she is. That's her lane. Her and Nicki Minaj should not be compared because Nicki Minaj, you know, y'all might not agree or like, but Nicki Minaj's music is very original. It's very her. It's very
It's her.
and animated. Nicki Minaj makes
Yeah, I was gonna
very
say.
animated comical music. Now, what people are forgetting is that behind these animations and these comical stuff, she has real hip hop beats, real 16s on the back of the songs. If you really listen, she's spitting on a 16. Like she is doing what she has to do. I'm getting well. Sorry, I had an Adderall today, so so I'm very,
I'm weak, DJ.
I'm very aware. I'm very.
You're
focused.
very aware. You're
Look at
very
those
awake.
muscles, yo.
Be like, you're very prompt. Okay.
I look big in this camera. Why didn't you tell me? I didn't even.
That's okay.
It's okay.
But
Still pretty.
What Bree say, Londa?
she said. Oh, she said a lot. So let me go ahead into the commentary.
What Bree said.
I have been reading what she said. So Bree has said, I'm a stan of Nicki. Itty Bitty Piggy is my anthem, so I'm here for this convo. It's mine as well, girl. I go
Hey,
off
Bree,
every
what's up,
time.
Girl.
This is
The Nick
Barb's
Lombardi
day.
line with Cardi wasn't a bad thing. Nicki was saying I'm seasoned. Correct.
Definitely.
Quavo
I
is
like that.
pink
I like
slipped
that. I like
the
that.
door.
I like that. She was saying she was seasoned. That's why.
That if you were my
the
girl
coach.
had me triggered. Like if you from my team, you from my team, and if you ain't, let me know before. Correct. And that's why people don't like Nicki, because us Barbs are here for Nicki. Right. His points are immaculate. They are. They're on point. Okay.
Love it, Bree.
Okay.
Thanks, Bree.
Because
Love it,
I
Bree.
don't like I just feel like some people are really hard. Like they don't like to see the growth and the progression in an artist. People want Nicki to be that mixtape Nicki. And like everyone loves to bring up, Nicki is 30. Nicki is on a label. Nicki has millions.
Nicki owns a label.
Nicki can't be that ratchet girl she was. And that's why we have Cardi now. But y'all gonna soon find out that ratchet girl and them mixtape Cardis is not gonna be the same now that she's with Atlantic.
When you get to a certain stature in the industry, you can't carry yourself the same way. Even Steve Harvey said that. He was just like, some of my friends don't get that. I can't carry myself. I can't bring y'all around certain things because y'all still in the ghetto. Y'all still acting like this, and I can't be out there acting like this on the same type of pedestal that I'm on now.
I mean, y'all saw Cardi clean up her at that first interview she had with like the Breakfast Club, or who was it? It was Angela Martinez, and she's in there chewing gum. Yeah.
Even now,
and now you see
can
her
see the
interview,
differences.
and she's in like, yes,
She's
I just
primped
dropped the
and
album,
proper, and they now have her
'Cause they're
looking
just like,
cute.
look,
because
they're just like,
Atlantic is
look.
not going to have that. They will drop you in a quick second if you make them look bad.
Atlantic definitely doesn't want Cardi to make them look bad, because Atlantic is like definitely putting their all into this Cardi B. I know y'all have all swiped down through Twitter and have remarkably seen Invasion of Privacy on iTunes now. Click the link right down and take you straight to Atlantic
on
Paid.
Pandora.
Atlantic Paid, so y'all see that.
Like
Atlantic, because even when Bodak Yellow was trying to go #1, and it was everywhere, everybody coming out the woodworks trying to support Bodak Yellow. Now, Bodak Yellow was a bop. I'm saying it was because I'm kind of tired of it now. I mean, it's been almost a year since it's been out. So it was what it was, but definitely a lot of support, behind her, which is, who is that? Who we looking at? Yes.
But these are just my thoughts
people
and
love to talk
opinions.
about, people are really hard on Nicki Minaj, I feel like, because
No.
when she came out, everybody was kind of against her. When she first
Right.
started to become mainstream, everybody was against her because she was trying to be. I felt like y'all put the pressure by comparing her to Lil' Kim and having that Lil' Kim beef when she first came out. So she had all this pressure on her. So that's why she went and did this little crazy stuff. And then she's bringing out Roman, which is perfectly fine. And her with her theatrical background, I felt like it worked for her, creating her lane, and she made that. And the culture or whatever wasn't liking it because it's not. I can agree. Sometimes Nicki Minaj is not music that you want to hear in the club or on the radio all the time. But it's not. But we're not gonna sit here and say that it's not good.
And I be like, what do y'all want from her? Like this, y'all be really talking. It's these two young men on my TL. They're music heads to the core.
And I'm one too.
They got you beat, boo. But they're very strong music heads, and they just bash Nicki so hard, and I just be like, what do y'all want from her? Like, what would make y'all happy? Like, what does she need to say?
What does she need to say?
What do y'all want her raps to sound like? Because I don't feel like her the new stuff she makes is bad. Like, I be bobbing out to it. Like,
it's just not her old stuff.
What do you want her to say?
I mean, Nicki's been in the game 10+ years. What do you think her discography is gonna look like? It's gonna she's not gonna be sounding the same. Honestly, in 10 years, rap is gonna sound different. Right now, we have this little mumble trap type of thing going on. In 10 years, it might sound like what it sounded like 5 years ago.
Right.
When your little Miss Cardi B wasn't out, so if she is sounding the same in 10 years, it's not gonna be the same. You're gonna have to switch it up. You're gonna have to show some growth.
You gotta
People say that Nicki
Because
doesn't
does
show.
Jay-Z still sound the same? Talk about the same stuff.
Bro,
Jay-Z is
no.
talking about how you need to invest in stocks and paintings.
Family.
He said,
Paintings,
listen,
sis.
I want all the dudes that's listening to this, all the dudes that is listening, and I'm talking about the real dudes, the dudes that think they from the hood and from the street. Jay-Z said, take your money and your drug money and buy the neighborhood. That's how you rinse it. And honestly, I want everybody to listen to that the story of OJ by Jay-Z, because that's definitely a good story for black men, young black men, growing up and especially trying to keep their little hood cred and all that type of stuff. You need to know this stuff. Being a businessman is easy. Y'all dudes are selling whatever y'all are selling and going nowhere with it. Like, that's nowhere but to
Getting
jail.
caught up.
Right, nowhere but to jail.
Doing
If you're
same
going to be a
stuff.
businessman, be a businessman, be a boss. And so all the outlet plugs here at ODU, stop being loose. When I call, pick up. Thank you.
So
Moving on.
I don't know if y'all used to listen to like old Shy Glizzy, but this was an argument brought up to my attention. I don't know if y'all listen to like his little ratchet stuff, from back in the day and stuff like that. But even people have said something about him. They're like, he not the same. He not the same Glizzy. Like,
Definitely
I feel
not
like
the same
he fell
Glizzy.
off. Like, they're saying, I feel like he fell off, and I'm just like, did he fall off or did
He got put on.
He got put on. He's talking about different stuff because that's the life you're living now. You're not in Southeast no more. You're not on 37.
He's not in Southeast. He's not rapping to people that live in DC and the DMV.
You're not
He
just
knows-
rapping to them
right.
anymore.
He knows
Right.
he knows that they like this certain sound, and that's what's gonna make him pop in his city. He did it enough so that he can get out of his city. Now that he's out his city, he got people listening to him from across
The water.
everywhere.
Wherever he is.
So he needs to make sure that his sound is something that people want to pick up, everywhere, and especially, if he wants to be hopping on other people's records. That joint with what is it? Y'all know what I'm talking about. He said, "Money all around me."
Crew.
Yes, Crew.
Fayez.
That's who's that by?
Brent, what's his
I
name?
was about to say. I
what's
want to
the
say
name
somebody,
of
but I
that?
don't want to say the wrong person.
I don't want to say the wrong
Gold
name
Link.
either.
That's
Yes.
I was gonna say Gold Link, but
Brent
I
is
didn't want to
on
say.
the,
I didn't want to say Gold Link.
Yeah.
He's the singer.
Yeah.
But all in all, like, Bree has something to say. She said she has to evolve. The game is changing. You must be willing to switch lanes from time to time. And Nicki is always ready and able. Exactly. That's why Nicki is able. Can y'all see Cardi being on a song with Ariana Grande?
No.
And that's the thing.
Katy Perry.
It's marketing.
Her lane. What Cardi did for her album was perfectly in her lane. SZA, Kalani, that was her lane.
Right.
And
That
there were
was
some people that
definitely
were upset that, like, when I say people, I mean the OG Cardi fans that was listening to her mixtape stuff, to her, what she used to drop on Instagram before she even got famous. Because I've been following Cardi for a long time. Cardi been rapping. She used to be a very ratchet type of rapper. And people were like, this was whack, but honey, Cardi cannot be on her album on Atlantic's record label talking about popping. Well, she was, but she can't talk about slanging.
The sound is not going to be the same.
It can't be
it's
ratchet
not.
like that. She has to classy it up a little bit.
Now, my take on Invasion of Privacy. I would like to first off say Invasion of Privacy is a great album. It's a great album to debut, with. But I feel like it lacked cohesiveness. It was kind of just 13 songs put on the album to me. That's just personally how I feel about it. So listening to it, I'm not listening to it like, oh, I want to hear from track 1 to track 13. I'm going in like, ooh, right now I'm feeling like I want to listen to track 3, so I'm about to listen to track 3. Ooh, right now I feel like I'm listening to track 13, I'm listening to track 13.
So you don't feel like it flowed how
It
was
didn't
supposed
flow.
to?
And that's the first thing I told him
It
when
didn't
we
flow.
finished listening. So I was like, it's like they just put this. You know how, like, on Lemonade,
We're not going to say the songs are bad,
No,
but they just
they're
threw
not
them on
bad.
there.
Lemonade told a story.
Yeah.
When
From
she went
start to
throughout her
finish.
progression, like, it was anger, then
And people
It
are
was
gonna
kinda like you hurt me.
and people
then
are about to
it was-
sit
Getting
here and
over
say
it.
that since she's a rapper, she's not gonna be putting together a body of work like that. But Flower Boy, Tyler the Creator, was definitely put together like in a very cohesive way. I really like that album. That's why I just wanted to shout that out real quick. Let's because we gotta start mentioning these dudes. If you can't compare these girls to the other girls. 'Cause it's not fair. Compare them to the dudes that are in the game because these rap girls are doing it way better than a lot of these rap dudes that just get praised for doing the bare minimum. You have rappers like Takashi, whatever.
I don't even know
Who
who he is.
Right.
y'all listening to him, y'all praising him, listening to him in every party. Like these girls aren't doing it half as good. Even the ones that aren't, on Nicki and Cardi's level.
And for all the ODU DJs, I'm gonna need to hear "Get Up 10" on the playlist. I'm gonna need that.
Y'all need to play Bacon Head. ODU
Okay,
DJs, y'all need
no,
to mix
no.
that Bacon Head,
That's
Chicken
the-
Head.
that's
Big,
That'll get the
play
kids
Big
riled
Head,
up.
but when we just first get in there, y'all can definitely Get Up 10 because it gives me that it's not gonna
That's
get
a
the
skip for me.
it's not what Get Up 10.
Yeah.
That is my song.
It's-
That's a skip for me.
It's okay. It's just really long.
It
I
is
feel
very
like
long.
with the Dreams and Nightmares influence, which she can't even say that she didn't have because everybody.
It gave me dreams and nightmares
Everybody
and
knows
first
that
day
Dreams
out.
and Nightmares, but you listen to Dreams and Nightmares and it just flows better. Get Up 10 was really long and it was a good intro to an album. I'll give you that. But it wasn't a Dreams and Nightmares. Whereas I want to hear this in the club. It didn't get that.
No, I didn't
it didn't
say
get
the club, but
or
like
these
I
little
said,
ODU parties or
in the
whatever it is. I
beginning-
don't want to hear it there.
in the beginning, when you trying to get the people there, people gonna bop their head, people gonna feel it. Like I done been to enough parties, I done seen my cousin DJ enough things to where I know how the people they like. Okay, the DJ know what they doing. He know what's in. It's definitely not the one when you trying to get the party when it's in the middle. You play that in the middle of the party.
That's probably
you
the
gonna be-
first song that you start with. If you're
Yeah,
gonna start it
but
then.
it needs to be played. That at Big and Head.
If you want to
That's
see
a
people act ratchet, play Big and Head
The Big
because
and
I
Head,
will
honey,
definitely be acting ratchet as well. But let's talk about this Chun-Li.
I can't talk
I was
about
gonna
it.
say I didn't listen.
I
to
haven't
it yet.
listened
I'm
to it
sorry.
yet.
How y'all?
Is it an album or is she just released a couple songs?
They're just two singles. Barbie Tings and Chun-Li. I personally feel like these songs were for the Barbs. Everybody can bop out to it, and I feel like if you want to give Nicki a chance, give them a chance. They're not bad songs, but they're not gonna be your everyday songs because, like I said, they're for Barbs. Nicki Minaj, I feel like at this point in her career, she doesn't have to worry about nobody else but her Barbs because her Barbs buy music,
Faithfully.
buy music.
It's
Nicki
like
Minaj came out before the streaming era and completed everything that she did because people were buying her music, not just streaming it on these little platforms.
Boom.
So we're just gonna keep that there.
Nicki's Barbs are comparable to the Beehive.
Yes, honey, because
Definitely comparable to the Beehive. They
Yes.
have a strong presence everywhere.
it's our VP, Team Villabaum, Calvin.
Where's-
We won the award. Say hey,
Gang, gang, gang.
Say hey to Cal, y'all. If you see him around the campus.
Yes, Villabaum gang.
Where's Mo at?
We don't know. So we're
Them
gonna
girls
find
and Mo. Whenever Mo's not here,
Them
I'm gonna
girls and Deej. So,
I'm gonna tune
Yeah.
in.
Yeah, I don't know where he is. I didn't even.
ODU, if you're listening, I'm trying to get my own show.
We're gonna have
So-
that conversation later.
Right.
So we have 10
We're
minutes
trying to
left,
get the
y'all.
whole reel on the WODU thing. So ODU, WODU, King D TV. I have a channel. I have a following. If y'all want to get me on the mic,
So
I can get get me on there in the morning. Let me start. I want to start the
King
mornings
D in the
off.
morning?
Yes, King D in the morning.
King D TV in
What
the
time
morning.
do they
I can
start?
see it.
Because I can definitely be here 10 a.m.
Whenever the web open, I feel like, right?
Yeah.
You can just come up in here. And do your
Definitely
thing.
put me on. I'll come here 8 a.m. when they
Okay,
open.
I won't be up.
Right. I was gonna say I don't know if I'm gonna be a
Y'all
guest
won't
too
y'all
many
won't be
times.
up, but y'all will definitely hear me after the fact.
Yep.
I was gonna
Watch
say,
that
I might
live
have to be
stream.
a nice little FaceTime guest.
Girl, I can't even be that because
Bree said, "Dunk on him, how we swinging off the rim."
Hey, dunk on him now. We swinging off the rim.
Is that
And coming off the bench while I'm coming off the court fully. What she said? Well, I'm coming off the court fully drenched.
I'm gonna have to go home and listen to
Take
the
us
song.
some- Here goes some haterade. Get your thirst quenched. Styled on him in his Burberry trench.
Because I
These birds copy every word, every inch. But gang got the hammer and a wrench. But she said, okay.
Yo, I love DJ.
right. We honestly can finish up a little early today.
Yeah, because I could definitely gotta walk back to that office.
So, thank you for tuning in to us on this Tuesday.
Yes,
Definitely thank
I mean,
y'all.
on this Tuesday.
On
On
this
this Friday.
Friday.
Girl,
Give
I'm
me
tired.
1 second, Sean.
On this Friday, I don't know what she's doing. I think she's opening the door for someone. But next week will be our last show, so I hope everyone tunes in for that.
You guys should do something special. Have
I
a
can't
special
wait.
like.
This is me and Jasmine's second year. I mean, next semester with me and Jasmine and Mo, it will be our third year, our third and final year.
Unfortunately, tear.
Right,
We're gonna
but
have to stay up with y'all somehow. We're gonna
And
figure
Right.
Mo,
out
you're going to
sometime.
stay in the studio.
but it was nice talking about the album. Well, not the albums. Well, we did
Mo
talk about
always
the
misses the good days though, which is
But
fine.
he wouldn't have
Whenever he's not here,
He
I
wouldn't have been
come
here
and
for
we
this
talk about this
conversation.
stuff. Mo's not here for this type of conversation, which is good. He left because he knew.
He
already
wouldn't have been
knew.
here.
Because he knew.
He wouldn't have been here for this
So
conversation.
thank you for giving me this opportunity.
Right.
But it is your girl Ananda,
And it's your girl Jasmine.
Them girls and your
Special
little
guest.
special guest DJ.
and we will be back next Friday for our last
Tune
show.
into them girls and Mo because he'll be here. I'll
Right.
be at work. I will be at work.
But bye.
Putting on my makeup.